Yo, what is going on, everyone? My name is Nick, or the Notorious Fantasy, and in today's video, I'm bringing you guys a breakdown of the Indianapolis Colts at the Buffalo Bills wild card matchup breakdown. I'll be telling you guys the keys to success for either team, how the Indianapolis Colts are going to go in there and dominate the Buffalo Bills, and how the Buffalo Bills are going to be at home, protect that home stadium, jump through a couple of tables, and smack up the Indianapolis Colts. And I'm going to give you guys my overall opinion on this game, who's going to eat the W in this matchup. Now, before I get into breaking this game down, I'd like to ask if that at any point inside this video, you end up chuckling, you end up having a great time, to please make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below. Not only is it free, I put out content pretty much every day during the fantasy football season, every single day. In the off season, maybe not every day, but every couple of days, you guys are going to be getting videos from me. I talk about NFL football, fantasy football, as well as college football to help you guys form an idea on the NFL draft as well. And there'll be tons of videos on the NFL playoffs. So in this game, before we really break down the game itself, we have to understand the implied point total of this game in comparison to the rest of the wild card weekend games. The Indianapolis Colts at Buffalo Bills over-under is set at 51 right now based on the consensus of all books, and every single book except for MGM has it on my screen at 51. MGM has it at 50 and a half. The only game higher than this at over under 54 and a half is the Baltimore Ravens versus the Les Titans. So what this means is that Vegas believes this game is going to be very high scoring, and compared to some of the other games, the lowest of the week would be the LA Rams versus the Seattle Seahawks at over under 42 and a half. So now that we know this, we believe this game is going to be relatively high scoring, which I already believed. This kind of just enhances my bias. Now we can look at the spread of the game. This is having the Colts being a plus 6.5 in this one, and the Buffalo Bills being a minus 6.5 favorite in this matchup. The only numbers higher than this are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers minus 8, Washington plus 8, and then the Chicago Bears plus 9.5, and the New Orleans Saints minus 9.5. So this game is really about right in the middle of the spreads of the week. It thinks the Indianapolis Colts are going to lose this game, but it doesn't think this one's going to be a complete and utter rout like the Saints versus the Bears, where the Bears are getting 9.5 points. To me, this total tells me that the Buffalo Bills should win this game. Now, obviously, every single week, the books will get things wrong. The Buffalo Bills could be minus 8.5, or the Buffalo Bills might be minus 6.5, and they may get absolutely ran in this game. But Vegas knows better than most of us, so I take that into account in a big way. In my opinion, this game is going to come down to a couple of things for each side. But before we look at that, we got to first look at the injury report as well in this matchup for the Buffalo Bills. Wide receiver Cole Beasley as well as wide receiver Stefon Diggs have not been participating in practice. Stefon Diggs has went out there and told everyone that he is going to be playing in this matchup, so I don't worry about Diggs. Cole Beasley did not participate 2 days in a row. Obviously, on Thursday, we'll have a better idea, but I'm just going to go ahead and assume that Cole Beasley ends up suiting up on Saturday. The other players, not as important in my opinion. Isaiah McKenzie really went hard, went ham-bony up against the Miami Dolphins, but missing him won't be too important for this team. Phillip Rivers has a toe injury, didn't participate Tuesday, full participation on Wednesday, so that's very good for them. DeForest Buckner, this is going to be a very big loss if Buckner cannot play up against the Buffalo Bills, as he is one of the most important players on this Buffalo not the Buffalo Bills team, the Indianapolis Colts team that will be able to stop the Buffalo Bills offensive attack. Rock Ya-Sin is also a very important player for the Indianapolis Colts, who looks like he may end up missing this game. Jonathan Taylor's shoulder, I expect him to be playing in this matchup. So there are a couple of injured players, but overall, I think this one should be a pretty relatively healthy game. So, in my opinion, when looking at the team stats of both of these teams, we can clearly see that the Indianapolis Colts here are going to be very dependent on the rushing game to win this game. Now, I was very surprised when analyzing the stats to find that the Indianapolis Colts actually only rushed the ball on first down 401 times this season in compared to 129 times of rushing the ball. They're passing the ball a lot more than they're rushing the ball on first down, which to me makes no sense. When you have a running back with the caliber of Jonathan Taylor, who could literally take the ball to the house at any point in the game, you need to be rushing the ball more on first down. And Jonathan Taylor, in my opinion, is the key to the game of the Indianapolis Colts. That's why I brought him up. We saw him last week go toe-to-toe with the Jaguars defense and absolutely Cleveland steamer them. Now, will he be able to do the same thing up against a better defense in Buffalo? I think so. If they're able to get Jonathan Taylor and Naheem's running in this game, they are going to be able to win this matchup, in my opinion. Containing Josh Allen and being able to run the ball is the only way the Indianapolis Colts win this game. You cannot put the ball in Phillip Rivers' hands. Phillip Rivers is king of choking away the football game when it matters. We saw it a couple of weeks ago for the Indianapolis Colts. We've seen Colts win big games this season, so it would not surprise me at all if they were able to slay the Buffalo Bills. And the way they're going to have to do it is via Jonathan Taylor. If Jonathan Taylor can get this rushing attack going, and if Phillip Rivers is not throwing these stupid interceptions that he normally throws where he chokes the game, I think that is the main key for the Indianapolis Colts to win this game. How do the Buffalo Bills win this game? It is pretty simple. You contain Jonathan Taylor and you let Josh Allen cook. If the defense is allowing points, that Josh Allen is able to pick up the slack and continue to play how he played thus far this season. If Diggs is healthy, if Beasley is healthy, I think this one is going to potentially be a rout by the Buffalo Bills. All they have to do is air the ball out and make sure that Devin Singletary and Zach Moss, their two running backs, do not make any mistakes by fumbling the ball or doing anything stupid. If they're able to air the ball out correctly, which is going to be tough up against the Indianapolis Colts, that this game should easily be in Sean McDermott's and Josh Allen's hands, and the Buffalo Bills will be leaving the stadium with a W, and they're going to be jumping through some tables. So who do I think is going to end up winning this wild card weekend matchup? To me, this is the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are my pick to win the Super Bowl, so how could I possibly have them losing this game? It's impossible. The Buffalo Bills being a 6.5-point favorite, I like that bet as well. This isn't a betting show, but I do like that bet. I think the Buffalo Bills are easily able to handle the Indianapolis Colts. Now, again, this could go the other way if Jonathan Taylor is just running a train on this defense like he's a part of the 7th floor crew, but I do not think that's going to end up happening. I think that Josh Allen and this offense are going to really take over just like they did up against my Miami Dolphins last week and show the league who the true MVP of the 2020 NFL season is. I think it should be Rodgers, but people will talk about Josh Allen being it. This guy's one of the most improved players I've ever seen from a year-to-year standpoint. Josh Allen has been unreal this year, and I think that Josh Allen is just too strong for this defense, and I'm just not sure the Indianapolis Colts offense will be able to fight back into this one to be able to win this game. So let me know down below who you guys think is going to end up winning on Saturday's early morning game. Is it going to be the Buffalo Bills, or is it going to be the Indianapolis Colts? But I hope that you guys have a great rest of your guys' day. Let's go, Buffalo!